Welcome back to The Code. I'm Rishabh Agarwal and we are at the Art Mumbai. I've got architect Karan with me. There were two Karans in the panel discussion
Karan
today.
Daisaria.
Right. And you want to share something about your experience at the Art and your panel talk a little bit.
So, the panel was a lot of fun. But I think what was more fun is that when you have architectural and real estate exhibitions, very rarely you see a personal touch and personal involvement from the management. That is something that I want to actually mention, that I think we all were made to feel at home and feel so comfortable, which is why our panel discussion was very real, not like a classic panel discussion where people talk and people listen. But here, like, there was a lot of conversation happening and that was a lot of fun. And what I would like to actually not say, but I wish that DRC gets bigger, better, and wider in terms of their reach in Mumbai. And I think they're testing waters in Mumbai right now. Yep, the waters are tested, and I think only the sky is the limit.
I was part of Bangalore and Delhi last year. We'll be doing Bangalore and Delhi again this year. It was quite humongous.
Massive.
Yeah, and the kind of participation was crazy as well. Two quick words. I know they've asked you too many questions in the panel as well. I got that feeling while you were there at the stage, and he passed the mic to Karan Desai and he said, "Okay, ye wala Karan answer dega abhi." What kind of projects are you working on, and what's something that's very close to you that you would like to share to my audience?
So, Devansh and myself, we are real brothers who run this practice named Daisaria Associates. We're an architectural company, humbly 65 years old because we're the third generation. But in terms of the design spectrum, we are 8 years old. We've done some crazy work for various real estate developers, government bodies, etc. But a project that's extremely close to our heart is going to be Western Mumbai's tallest commercial building, which is 220 meters tall, which we are designing, which is because we are today speaking about promotion spaces and metaverse and all of that. And the fun fact was that today morning we had gone to that site because the excavation had started.
Oh, congratulations.
So it's a very, very, very special project, 10 minutes away from here. And overall, in terms of the kind of work that we're doing, what we are the most excited about is integrating technology in the right sense with our users. And it's just not something that, as designers, we're very used to talking with words. But I get it. When it comes to the reality, is it actually something that is real? So for that, you'll have to check out our page.
I will, 100%. Karan, one more thing. What kind of tech are you employing right now in your firm?
So today what we're doing is there are three types of technology that we are using. One is an entire database of AI post-generative applications where you build a model and it gives you an entire collateral of marketing documents. So all the floor plans, all the renderings, the post-production images. I don't have a 3D visualizer. All my designs are made by architects. The architects only do the plugins in their existing softwares, which are AI generated. They put all the prompts and I have the renders ready.
Wow.
That's my first. Second is we're trying this software called the Test Fit software, where it gives you because we're majorly into architecture, not interiors. So there's a plot and there are multiple guidelines, etc. All you have to do is put the details, number of flats per floor, how many floors building, and it will give you a schematic test plan. Of course, you have to do a lot of amends in that, but it gives you a schematic study that, okay, this is how a building shall fit. So for conceptual presentations, especially for clients who don't pay, that works. And
I loved it.
And third is, I think what we've tried to integrate in terms of AI and technology, more than AI, technology, is our project management softwares, where we are trying to sort of streamline processes where we have like Google Calendar reminders and all of that, which honestly used to be done through a person. Now it's just getting generated through a software.
But none of this was taught back when you were studying architecture, right?
This is just, like you can't, it's like an arranged marriage. You only learn after you're married. So you only fall in love after you're married. So I think architecture is also tricky in that way. And I would actually want to mention this, that if you're not adaptive, architecture is one of the most dynamic industry.
Absolutely.
It has to be progressive over time. And today, if I'm like, when there was a Leaning Tower of Pisa or when there was a Taj Mahal, those were iconic at that time. But today, maybe people relate to iconism as the Changi Airport, or probably the airport done by Zahadid from Mumbai, or the Tharde World Towers or the Lodha World Towers. I'm talking in reference to Bombay at least. So I think iconism and design is so adaptive, and people need something catchy, and people need something that they resonate with. That if you're not blended well with technology, and if technology is not a part of your service, then your service is outdated.
Absolutely.
So I think you have to be relevant. You need to be technology driven.
Love it. One last thing. I think you're the kind of person I can ask this question to, because you seem like somebody who's contemplative. When you retire, before you retire, what would be the one landmark design or one landmark project that you hope that you will do? Will be the Taj Mahal designed by you? Will be the Leaning Tower of Pisa designed by you? Is there something at the helm of your heart and mind which says, okay, this is something that I would die for, or this is something I would kill for?
I would do. I have two of them actually. Please. First project would be the tallest tower of Asia. That should be, which includes Burj Khalifa. So the tallest tower of Asia, anywhere in any city in India. But the catch is that it has to be disaster free. No fire, no earthquake, no water deficit, nothing. And over and above that, zero energy. So something that is taking everything from the environment just to give back. So that is something that I think the future beholds. 25 years from now, if we meet over another podcast, Rishabh, hopefully we'll talk about it. That is one. And second, I think architecture as a profession, or designing as a profession, has a lot to do for the community and for the society.
Yes.
So I don't want to mention a particular project, but anything where which is collaborative, where people come together and we just do something small also for a village, for a community, and we're doing something actually similar, but I don't want to mention it till it passes. So I think that. So something on a larger scale which puts India on a global map even further, and something on a much smaller scale which is more community driven. So I want to do both.
That's the beginning of manifestation for this gentleman right here. I think we've coined it. We'll talk about this years down the line where he's done that. I am Rishabh Agarwal. Karan, such a pleasure.
Karan Daisaria.
Remember the name.